Hello there, and welcome to Corpse Keeper. I am incredibly tired. I've had 4 hours sleep. I just got done with a 9-hour stream, and I'm here recording this, so if there's anything wrong with this video, that's the reason why. This is also very cursed. This is my third attempt to record this video, because I've had technical issues coming out my rear end, so if something technical goes wrong in this video, you also know why. Enough about all of that. This is Corpse Keeper. This is the hardest to describe rogue game I've ever had to try and describe. I'm not even going to attempt to describe it. Instead, I'm going to let gameplay speak for itself. But just know that this is a merger of genres that I never expected to see, and yeah, it's difficult to explain, dude. Let's get in. First and foremost, though, I will say I am going to do my best to explain mechanics as we go, because this game is incredibly mechanically front-loaded. This is the kind of game where for the first 4 hours of playing, I thought I understood everything, I didn't, and then only further than that, I finally started to figure out what I was doing wrong and how to correct it. So, long story short, there's lore, demigods, gods, demons, summoning, all that kind of stuff. The lore is very heavy, it's in your face as soon as you boot the game up. I'm not going to cover that, this is all gameplay. So, we're a necromancer. We do battle, we do our run by going in, and we do battle with other enemies by using corpses, hence Corpse Keeper. Behind me, you can see, we have coffins. There are going to be some corpses in these coffins. The graphics, first and foremost, very striking. It's the most rustic game I've ever seen in my life. It is like a hodgepodge of PS2, PS1 greatness. Now, for a lot of people, they might be put off by the visual appeal of the game. Don't worry, gameplay is not this. This is just the hub. If you're put off by it, fair enough. But for me personally, I can look past that. I'm looking for quality. I'm looking for what the game actually offers. But I do understand that it might be a turn-off for some of you. Just checking to make sure. Yes, okay. This is the difficulty selector, by the way. I'm just making sure I'm on default difficulty and not a higher difficulty, so I can show you guys the base game, more or less. So, first and foremost, the actual bodies themselves. We are given, at the start of the game, 2 free bodies to use. Now, these bodies are almost completely destroyed. Down in the lower section here below their health bars, you can see the word decay. And this guy's got 99% decay. The nun over here has 97. They are about to die. Because in this game, losing all of your health just means that you get sent back to the hub world. If your characters, quote, die in the run, they don't actually die. It's kind of like, you know, your Pokemon loses all of his life, you just go back and recover his health, right? We can come back and restore their health. But when that decay meter hits 100%, they're gone for good. They disappear, like Darkest Dungeon character. Poof, gone. That's it. No more. But what I can do is at the start of the game, I have been gifted with some extra skeletons to make bodies with. Normally you only start with 1 extra skeleton, but I've got some permanent progression upgrades that allows me the privilege of having an extra one. So I'm going to make a new body real quick. So I'm going to select my guy here. I'm going to hit square or X and tab over here and look at his upgrade stuff, because what you can do is you can throw extra materials into your skeleton upon creation to give them benefits. We can make this body better from the start. So by adding soul crystals, the speed and distance of his attacks are increased. We don't have enough soul crystals to do this. Instead, the corpse will explode when he does reach 0 life. So in combat, he's going to leave a nasty surprise for his friends and his enemies. But I'm going to put this herb in here, like so. And we're going to construct the body. This takes meat. You can see the meat on the left. We have 40 to start with. 10 meat. Bang. I've created a body. I am building a squad. Now, I only have 1 guy at the moment, but, you know, you gotta understand, I am building a squad right now. Now, we have the Knight of Poleaxe, Pole Goodness. I'm not going to use him just yet. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to start with my boy, the Scout, and I'm going to show you the breakdown. If I hit square on his character here, we can look at all of these different breakdowns of stats and mechanics. So, decay. We have 7 on the right of these preservative vials. These help stave off decay. So as we go and explore, as we explore through the areas and fight enemies and do things, they naturally start to decay and rot over time. When that hits 100%, they're gone for good. So anything to stave that off is fantastic. If we put 1 juice on him, 16%. He's going to resist 16% of all decay. He starts at 15, he's going to resist 16. So, for example, if I go into a dungeon and I do the full area and it tells me, your corpse will rot 20% by going here. he'll only actually rot 4%. Now, I can pump more of this into him, and it only lasts for the one run. We're going to go out and do a dungeon, come back, and then it's going to be done. This only lasts for the one run through. If I put more on, it is halved in effect. So the first was 16. If I do it again, it's 8. If I do it again, it's 4. So you're encouraged to spread these out across characters and not dump them all on one, because you'll get diminishing returns. Injury doesn't matter right now. I'll explain that when we actually do get some bone injury, when we start getting our bones broken. This is where I can use meat to automatically recover the life of my scout. So the meat is used to make new bodies and is also used to heal the bodies. So if you have a character that you want to invest a lot in, you can keep them alive for longer, but eventually that decay is going to build up, and no matter how much you boost their life up and keep them healthy life-wise, they will die eventually. Equipment, I don't know what we start with. We start with a random piece of equipment every time. If my life is higher than or equal to 70%, flesh damage plus 3. That's great. It has 2 defense on it, so we can equip gear. Gear is tied directly to the level of the body. As we fight, we level up. We're only a level 1 scout right now, so we can only wear 1 piece. We hit level 2, we can wear 2 pieces, level 3, 3 pieces, so on and so forth. Gear also has levels. This is a gray piece of gear. It can be upgraded to green, and then I think after green is orange and then purple. I think there's only 4 tiers. There's no blue to my knowledge. Maybe there is a blue. I don't remember. My brain is suddenly disappearing on me. Attack actions. This is the bread and butter of the game. This is the most important thing. Every single corpse will have a plethora of different attack animations and actual skills that they can use, but we only get some of them. We start with a random assortment of them, so we have this number 1 button right here is a quick start. You can see on the right. Quick start, middle distance, multiple attacks. It does 7 flesh damage and 7 balance damage. I'll explain balance when we get into it, but flesh is their health. It does 7 damage to their health and 7 damage to their balance. If you know what Sekiro is, you already know what balance is. Number 2, this really badass looking spin kick. I've never seen this one. That's badass. Medium speed start, short distance, rotation kick, 20 and 20. Fantastic. Medium speed start. Damn, he's so spinny. Middle distance rotation, 18 and 18. And then over here we have the inspiration strike. Inspiration strikes are kind of like special critical hits in a way, but not really. Once you've done 1, 2, and 3, if you keep attacking after you've done your 3rd attack, you have a chance, and I think the base chance is like 20%, I'm not sure, to activate your inspiration strike. These are basically just typically uninterruptible, very powerful attacks, like a big charged heavy move that has a chance to come out once in a while, like a flare attack. It's slow start, long distance. He's spinning, dude. He's spinning. Uninterruptible, you can see right there, multiple hits. 24 and 19 inspiration strike. And this last one over here is like a super move. This actually costs the green gems that they were trying to offer me to spend on my scout's body when I was making him. You spend these resources to do like an ultimate special powerful attack. This has a medium speed start, middle distance, rotaty, jumpy, spinny flippies. So many spinny flippies. He's all about spinning and flipping, this guy. And then down here we have a breakdown of what materials we put into him and what it does. And then if we want to, we can salvage bodies and destroy them to get materials back, which is not always a bad thing. It's kind of nice. Now that I've shown you all that, now I understand. Overwhelming. Don't worry. When I get into the actual run, this will all make sense. I'm going to come in here and make this poleaxe guy now that I've explained that, though, because I want to get a squad of dudes out. If I put a herb on this guy, he won't lose experience gain from this run, even if his life drops to 0 in combat. That is incredibly good, because what happens is, if you go into a run and your guys start killing dudes and they're doing well, but then their life hits 0 and they die in the run, they don't keep any experience. They need to survive and actually come out of the dungeon without having their life hit 0. This fixes that. He can go in full absolute maniac mode and fight until his last breath, and he will still keep experience, which is amazing. Now, I did put some preservation juice on our scout. I'm going to put some on this guy. Now, I have an extra one over here that has 99% decay, and I can only take 3 dudes with me. So I'm going to actually salvage this body, because I'm going to take the nun with me instead. And we're going to get 1 meat and 4 dust for breaking this body. Now, we have to ready them up. So, ready, just hit X, you know, hit A, whatever it is. Ready them all up. So they're selected. These 3 are going to come with me. We have a squad. The crosses on the coffins light up green. We have selected dudes. Very quickly before I actually leave, this is the forging table. This is where you can upgrade or change how your gear works. So, for example, what I can actually do here is demonstrate one thing, because I have some gold and iron bars. I can use iron bars to change the actual effect of an item. So the HP 70% flesh damage 3, I could change that text to be something else. I can re-roll the text to be a different effect. Or I can use gold bars to improve its quality. It will keep its effect, but it's now green quality, and the effect, while not changing, I think the armor rating of the light armor has gone from 2 to 3. Once we upgrade this more, it will get better. Over here is the Blood Altar Chalice. I'll explain this when we get back from a run. This is to do with permanent upgrades on your account. This is the progression system. Over here we have the skeleton table. Here's where we can see bones. Once again, I'll explain a bit more of this later on, but this is how you make new characters. And then the bonfire, I will definitely not explain right now. I will get into that when we get out. And the table, another one I'll explain when we get out. First things first, we need to get in here and actually do a run. So this is the area select. It's kind of similar to Darkest Dungeon in a lot of ways with how the characters might, they permanently die after a while, and you're looking to go to areas. You can see an overview, it'll tell you the level of the area, so 1, 1, 1, 1, 3. This is the boss fight. We don't want to go here and do this yet. It will show us, our boss guy that we can fight here. We're not doing it. You can also see the decay percentage written underneath the level of the area, so decay 35%. If we go here, our corpses will rot a lot. They don't want you to have too many chances at this, Eventually your dudes will all die. 20% of level 1 areas, though. Now, we can see our opponents and get an idea about who we have to fight, how many of them. If an area is hidden like this, there is a consumable item called eyeballs. I can use one right now, and I can see this is who I have to fight. And I can actually see each one of them and see how much experience they're worth, how difficult they might be to fight. I don't like going to the library because magical knights are a nightmare. I hate fighting them. I'm going to actually come in here to this basic little nave spot and fight these guys. We come in and we have some stuff we can take with us. These are the crystals to activate super moves. I'm not sure. I might take 2. I don't remember how many I need to activate a super move for some of my characters. We'll take 2 of those. We'll take a pickaxe and we'll take a key. Very Darkest Dungeon 1. These are things that we can use in the dungeon to actually acquire more loot, similar to shovels and herbs and stuff like that from Darkest Dungeon 1, if you're at all familiar. We are in the run. Now, I'm gonna have to explain the combat interface when we actually get into a fight, but I'm gonna do that in post, so I'm gonna break it down. As soon as the combat starts, I'm gonna quickly explain, because combat is fast-paced in this game, all right? And I will quickly explain the interface and then get on to actually explaining what I'm doing as I'm doing it. First and foremost, though, I'm going to select the scout, and we're going to go in here and fight with our scout boy and do some spinny flippies. Now, I can walk, but why walk when you can teleport? We have blinks to get through the rooms faster. I don't know why I would ever walk if I can do this. This is a special room. This lets us connect all of our corpses' life values together, so when one gets hurt, they split the damage between all 3, but the overall damage is increased. I don't like using this effect at the moment. It's kind of good for carrying weaker characters through low-level dungeons so that the bigger guys can tank some of the hits. Our first opponent, Plague Doctor. Okay, so user interface. In the upper middle section, Plague Doctor, that's the name of our opponent. The timer on the right is how long the fight's been going on for. The big red is obviously his life bar, and the yellow below that is his balance bar. I'll explain that as the fight goes on. In the lower left side, Scout, my name, red bar, me, and my balance bar is beneath that. The part there where it says soothing, if you have equipment that are going to trigger on certain attacks, different types of effects, things like that, that's where it shows you your item taking effect if it is doing anything at all, so you can always go back and see, was it actually doing something? Yeah, it's doing something. In the middle section down the bottom there, we see the big green circle with the 1 in the middle with damage times 1.1. There is a stacking combo multiplier. I'll explain that as we go. Basically, the more aggressive I am and the more I swing, the more damage I'm going to do, but we'll get to that as we go. Next to that, to the right, we have 2 out of 2. These are my green crystals that I'm bringing in. I need those to use my special ultimate attacks. Some characters don't need any at all because they've just got self buffs that don't require crystals, but pretty much anyone who's got an offensive actual attack, like my scout, they'll require some crystals being brought in. And then next to that is my bone injury meter. Right now I'm not hurt at all. The yellow starts in the middle and builds out towards the sides. When that yellow hits the far end, we get 1 level of bone damage, and that's not good. But the heavier the opponent and the harder they swing at us, and the more damage it does to our balance all at once, the more chunky that's going to be. Anyway, there's your interface breakdown. Let's get back to the video. Now, we fight by using... There's our Inspiration Strike. Damn, shit's happening fast. I can move around. It suddenly turned into a 2D Bloodborne-ian Dark Souls Sam Show style fight. I can swing... Oh, no. I can move around and swing. I can run. I can roll past him. I have a spot dodge that will let me evade a single hit. And more importantly, the most important thing is we have parries. Now, up above, I've already explained, you can see the balance bar beneath his life. This is what we need to bring down in order to stagger him. Oh, he's using magic attacks. You're rude. This is the hard fight, by the way. This is the guy that we don't want to have to deal with. Spinny, flippy. Whoa, that was cinematic. I used my 2 gems that I brought and did a big cinematic finisher on him. Used my super. That was very fast, right? But that's the idea behind gameplay. You move left and right. You can dash forward, dash back. A little bit of fighting game influence in here. A little bit of Samurai Showdown. You spot dodge and dodge attacks. You want to hit your opponents. They're going to block, dodge, and parry and all that kind of stuff as well. You will eventually bring down their balance meter at the top of the screen. When they're staggered, you get a free hit. This hit will normally do more damage. I forget exactly how much. I think it's like 20% more damage on a staggered opponent. So you're encouraged to do this. You're encouraged to fight and bring them down in life, while also parrying your opponent. Now, every time you roll on the ground, it resets the combo meter. Now, in the very center, middle at the bottom, there's a green number that keeps building up. The more you fight and the more you're hitting your opponent and parrying your opponent, that meter builds. And what that combo meter is doing is increasing the percent damage that you're doing with your attacks. It makes your attacks do more balance damage and more life damage when it hits. This is to encourage aggression, so you don't just run away and roll all the time, because eventually you're just not going to do enough damage and your opponent will outpace you. You want to be spamming attacks, parrying your opponent, and playing very aggressively to keep ahead of the curve. Now, once you've killed an opponent, this is where the customization comes in. This is my scout's 3rd attack in his 3-hit string. This is the spinny attack, but I can replace it. I'm being offered a new move. Now, the stars at the top of the animation here tell you that it's a more high-quality ability, but it has different attributes. So this is a medium speed start, middle distance reaching move that spins and does 18-18. This is a quick starting long distance stab that does 21-22. So what this tells me is better range, faster startup. A stab move is notoriously harder to parry. You actually want to spot dodge these instead of parrying, because I think the window for parrying is actually worse on a stab on purpose. That way it's a bit of rock, paper, scissors, you know, stabs, slashes, and dodges. And it does more damage. So I'm going to replace my 3rd ability with that. Dude is dead, we get loot. I can take his meat, I can take a crystal from him, and I get bones. So if I want, I can pick dungeons, come into them, and fight dudes specifically to collect their bones. And once I have their bones, I make one of those myself. I need 5 bones of a character, and I can make one and put them on my team. Now, I'm going to rotate over to the Poleaxe Knight because the scout just got a chance to fight. He beat up the Plague Doctor, who I think was worth like 100 experience, so my scout is definitely going to hit level 2 after this. I need my Poleaxe Knight to get more XP. The Nun is going to decay and die after this run anyway. She's kind of just here for moral support in case I need to rotate out. We have a chest. I brought a key. We can use a key to open the chest. If we don't have one, you can force it open, but you won't get as many resources. You want to have keys for your chests. We've got some iron bars in here. Some preservative. These 2 preservative vials just made up for this entire run. When attacked by a hammer, your balance defense is increased, so enemies with hammers will stagger me less. Very good piece of armor right there. I can't put it on until I get back to the main hub, though, so that's something to bear in mind. It's another Poleaxe guy. We've got a Poleaxe fight. Now, you can tell a stab attack because it will glow white when it comes out. Like that. I just tried to parry it. I made a mistake. I should have tried to Inspiration Strike. I'm going to keep parrying his attacks, bring him down, and hit him. I think he's trying to stab me here. I'm going to try and get ready. Whoa, I'm going to outspace that. We clashed. I've got range on my side, but he's also got some fast moves. Oh, he's getting hit. And he just dies. And he just dies. Good. Now, the hard part about the game, it's brutally hard. It seems simple enough. It's brutal, dude. Because the hard part about the game is recognizing your opponent's attacks, because they have the same rules. They're going to have 3 different attacks. They're going to rotate through them whenever they use them. They're going to have different speeds, different properties, different distances. Because the idea is, let's say hypothetically my Poleaxe guy has available in his pool, I don't even know the real number, but I'm going to hypothetically say 10 skills that he can have. But at any given time, he only has 3. It's like Pokemon. Just because someone can learn like 50 skills, what 4 are they going to have? And you have to recognize what they have on the fly figure out how to avoid them. Am I going to spot dodge? Am I going to parry? And then actually do it. Otherwise, you die. And if you die, you don't get experience, except my poleaxe guy will. And it's think fast, my guy, think fast. So I can replace my second hit, which is medium short 17-19, with a slow start, mid-distance, but 30-32. That's a beefy hit. I'm going to swap to the new move and see how that goes. Meat, gems. Blood is used for permanent progression. I'll explain that when we leave the dungeon because I can use it. We have some bones for a new poleaxe guy, and skulls. Skulls are very important. They're also permanent progression. The loot is the blood pile you see on the ground, so if you walk away and forget to take something or you want to go back for something and you've walked past it, you can turn around and pick it up. You cannot go back through doors though, so be sure you've taken what you want before you leave. Now, we're gonna clash. You can see that new second mitt. There's one, and there's two. It's very slow. This guy is doing a lot of ow. He's doing a lot of rolling. Unfortunately, I'm building up a lot of combo meter, and oh, we're doing some damage. Parry that. Excellent. Now, it's time to explain the difference between the two different parries. There's a proper perfect parry, and then there's an imperfect parry, or just a light parry, regular parry. But perfect parries matter. If you parry too early or too late, you'll get a regular little ting, and it won't do much. That will still stagger you and throw you a little bit off balance, so you can't retaliate immediately. It will also still cause balance damage to you. You're just stopping them. It's basically a block. You're stopping them from hitting your health directly, but you're still going to get staggered a little bit, take a little bit of balance damage, and eventually you will be stunned. However, if you perfect parry an opponent's attack, they take balance damage, they'll get staggered, and you'll recover immediately and can counterattack. So eventually, the way you want to be playing this is your opponent swings, you perfect parry, you go for a swing. Did it hit? Fantastic. Did they perfect parry it? Oh no, they're going to swing back. Perfect parry their hit, swing back. And it turns into an actual duel of ting, 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 hitting each other until eventually someone gets through. Now, that is a heavy as hell attack right there. That is chonkers. Slow, long stab, slow, short, overhead swing. I don't like too many slow moves, but it looks funny and I want to see it. Take all my loot. It's basically the same as the last guy. And I've just used my knight for 2 fights. I might put my my scout back on because winning fights, even if he's got experience level up, I still may want to replace some of his abilities because winning fights is what lets him change and get new moves. So I do want to... No, parry that. You can see he's hitting a lot of small. That was a big parry. That was a little parry. Cut him. Yep. My dude is so fast. I'm all over this guy. I'm all over this guy. Oh! And he's dead. The scout is a... I think the scout is like an elite dude. He's a little bit higher quality than some of the other knights. So he's wrecking face right now. That's that medium spin kick. I really like the look of that move. Medium short distance slash. I kind of like the kick. I mean, this does a tiny bit more damage. It's still medium. Now, the reason why rotation and kick is written on this is important because there's pieces of gear that will modify your attacks and make you stronger based on the type of attack it is. So some things will just say, oh, is it a medium speed or short distance, medium distance attack? It'll get, 10% more damage. But there will be some that say on rotation attacks, you get better frame advantage. You do more balance damage. A kick move will come out faster, stuff like that. So sometimes you may want moves with extra attributes like kicks and rotators because they physically just have better modifiers to them. And because the difference isn't too much, I'm going to keep the kick. I like the kick. We're going to get some knight bones, some blood, some knight skulls. Now, I apologize. This is going to be a longer one. It's going to take a lot of explaining and a lot of just... It's going to be convoluted in the beginning, dude. I think that's all 4 of the fights from this area. No keys. I can force it open. We get a pickaxe. Fantastic. First run through done. First dungeon cleared. Back to the ossuary. Now, important detail. Our nun just rotted away. You can see here the interface. I'm not a big fan of the UI. I think the UI could do with a bit of cleaning up. It's a little bit confusing sometimes to see and read what's on the screen. Level ups. My scout got 150 XP. He went to level 2. My poleaxe guy got 110. He's level 2. The decay above that is they started at 15%, and it says plus 20, minus 16. That minus 16 is the preservative juice, so he got from 15 to 19%. He got 4 decay. So doing level 1 dungeons isn't too bad as long as you got some preservative juice. Otherwise, 20% is a lot. You really want to have this preservative juice on your corpses. Important detail about going in, breakdown of my loot. 15 days left, right. this is a good time to explain this as well. There's too many things. When you're in the dungeon, you can choose to run away. If you're not in combat, you can flee the dungeon and leave. Let's say your guys are all low on life, you don't think you can beat the last opponents, and you're going to leave. You will lose some of your loot. You'll leave some of it behind when escaping. If you die completely, you lose everything. You won't take anything back. You can take an item called a Guardian Stone with you, which will allow you to keep extra when you run away. You can flee in the middle of a fight if you start to lose, but you will lose a lot more of your stuff that way. Or you can just finish, like I did, and you'll get out of there with everything that you looted. There is a timer. There is 15 days left. This normally starts at 15, but I've increased my total day count to 16 instead. We have 15 days to power up our bodies, fight the mini-boss, fight the main boss, and beat the run. Otherwise, that's it. Once again, a little bit Darkest Dungeon inspired with the Blood Moon difficulty, having a week-based time limit on it. Bonfire. This is where we burn skulls. We collected a few skulls in there. Different to bones, skulls are important, because skulls are permanent progression that will permanently increase the strength of a corpse. So, for example, this sword right here, I can put a skull on here, and that little bonfire icon on the lower right is 1 out of 6. It's now 2 out of 6. This has to do with depth. On the left side of the screen, current depth 2, max depth 4. When you first make a body, if you remember, I was putting materials on the corpse to give them extra attributes. Like one of my corpses explodes, and my poleaxe guy, he doesn't lose XP when he dies. The more depth they have, the more of those they get access to. So in the future, if I keep grinding away on these skulls and keep getting skulls for different dudes, I've got 2 for the poleaxe guy, he's going to get, a new depth eventually. He'll become stronger as a unit in the future, in future runs, for more higher difficulties, etc., etc. Now, not all bodies are made the same. We have the weaker bodies over here, being the bandit, the jailer, and the assassin. They only have a max depth of 3, so they're almost, for these guys, I haven't got the assassin even 1 depth upgrade yet, but they only have a limited amount of power that they can get. Whereas the further along you go, max depth of 5, 4, 7... These are the big elite knights. These are the, you can see Superior Knight Sword, Superior Knight Axe. We have the big old bandit leader. We have the Plague Doctor that we fought. Scout, this is the guy I'm using. That's why he's so strong, because he's a higher quality dude. We have Griffith. Don't at me, it's Griffith. I don't care what you say. We have the Prisoner Knights. We have all these different cool dudes. And, the Holy Cross guy. Look at this Cross Lance, man. 8 depth. Insane. And a lot of guys with really high value depth. And then the Elite Assassin is at 9. I've never even seen one of these. I don't think we even find them until later on in the game in higher difficulties. Eventually, you can make these characters really busted strong on creation. Over here, this is where we make skeletons. I don't have enough bones. You need 5 bones to make a new body. But this is how you target who you want. If I wanted to make another scout, I'd have to go into the dungeon and actively see, are there any scouts in here? Kill the scout, loot his body, and hope that he gives me some bones, maybe some skulls, permanent progression. What you kill is what you get. So if you're looking to make something particular, the stronger unit you want on your team, the stronger the fight's going to be to kill them and take their bones, right? Over here at the bodies, we have a little bit of damage done to our dudes. This is okay. I probably shouldn't have destroyed that other body. I should have kept it because I don't have enough bones to make another guy. I'll go in with 2. It's fine. We'll go in with 2 dudes. Yeah, I don't have another skeleton. So these guys are a little bit hurt. That's fine. We can put some juice on them to make sure they don't rot too much in the next run. And we can come in here, and if I want to, I don't really want to, but if I want to, I can spend some meat, and it will heal, I think, 25% of their max life, which isn't bad, but they're not actually that hurt. They're at 80% and 88 and 83% life. But that's all I really need to worry about. Now, bone injury. Our Poleaxe Knight doesn't have any bone injury, but our Scout has level 1 injury. That's because in his fights, he was hitting and being hit a lot, and he eventually, his bones are fragile. He'll eventually, even blocking attacks, parrying attacks, eventually his bones will be damaged a little bit. Now at level 1 this does nothing. Basically this will continue to happen until his bone injury reaches level 4. At level 4 he as a character overall will just take 20% more damage, and if it builds to level 7 he has a chance to die in 1 hit. He just has a chance to die because he's that brittle and fragile. So we will then need to use dust once we hit level 4 bone injury, or, you could do it earlier, but I recommend waiting till 4 at least, or at least 3 and close to 4, and then fix his bones so that he doesn't break. When we eventually do that, I'll show you. It does take a day. You'll have to waste a day and not take him with you in order to fix his bones up. Other than that, though, everything's fine. He leveled up. This guy leveled up. There's no gear. No, wait, we do have gear. I could put some gear on my Poleaxe guy, maybe. Because we did bring back... it's for light armor guys only. You're a light armor guy. This guy's he's a flippy ninja. He's wearing a hood. This is a chest piece. We can put this on. Now, even if the effect isn't necessarily great, like being attacked by a hammer, if I'm not fighting any enemies with hammers, you might think, well, that's a waste. On the right side of the screen, defense +2, defense +3. That's 5 extra defense. Defense matters. Wearing gear matters. You want to have extra defense on your units. My scout is going to be popping off because he's got 2 pieces of gear already. Now, I don't have... Actually, what I can do is re-roll the effect on this to be something better than just fighting hammer dudes gives you extra balanced defense. I might get something worse, but I want to recast it and show you the effect. When there are 1 corpses in the party with 0 life, the opponent's chance to parry or dodge is reduced. So when my poleaxe guy dies, if he does die, or anyone else on my team is dead on the team, my scout will have a better time getting through my opponent's dodges and parries because they'll have a reduced effect. Not too bad, especially considering that my poleaxe guy can kind of kamikaze and die and still get his experience. Now, this is the blood altar. This is where your blood that you collect in your runs gets spent to increase how many of your initial amounts of resources you have. If you remember at the start of my run, I had 2 iron and 2 gold. That's because I've invested blood to get extra. I definitely didn't start with 40 meat at the start of my runs, or 2 herbs. In fact, I think I start with 1 or none of some of these. You need to invest in order to get more. So, for example, I've been investing in getting more preservative at the start of my runs. 2 more blood over here, 14, 15, and 15. I will now start every new run with 8 preservative. The very top row up here is all stuff that you can use, all resources to either help your guys stay alive, bring back more loot, keys and picks to get stuff in dungeons, the ingots for gear, and crystals for using attacks and building better bodies. Same with down here. Herbs, meat, hearts, eyes, dust, and bones are all used to... Well, these ones mostly are all used to help power up your bodies, heal them, and give them extra effects. And bones and skeletons are used to make new dudes. The fact that I've got 2 skeletons, my initial skeletons, that's my scout and my poleaxe guy right here. I normally would only have 1, but I think I've done 1 upgrade. I think I've done 1 upgrade. I think. I'm not sure. In order to get extra dudes. Down here is inventory space. I've upgraded this like 4 times, 3 times. I don't even remember how many. Because my bags had that many fewer. I've had 5 fewer slots for my bags. You end up running out of inventory space and you have to leave stuff behind, and that feels bad. Alright, that feels bad. That's a sad. This is how many days we have. This is how many initial corpses that we get. So we start with 2 of those broken down corpses, those Raggedy Ann, not very good corpses, the nun that broke on us. We start with 2 of those. And now it's the gear. This is all the gear that we can start with. You remember I started with that hood. That's because I start with 1 extra piece of common equipment. If anything, I want to put my blood into this and start with an extra one. Because I start with 2 skeletons, I at least have 2 usable dudes. I want to have 2 usable pieces of gear every time I start. It's pretty expensive to get the green, the orange, and the purple gear, which that's the order of rarity, by the way. I know purple and orange get mixed around a lot in RPGs, MMOs, all that kind of stuff. Just know that gray is low tier, green is the next rare tier. Orange is kind of like the rarer tier, and purple is the best. Epic is the best. I mean, they've actually got the names there. Common, good, rare, and epic. These 2, to me, this gets me confused. I often think that orange is actually better. It's not. But this is your permanent upgrade progression stuff. If you find blood in your runs, bring it back. You need to bring it back. Also, cool trick. We can teleport from side to side on the doors. Now, my guys are relatively healed up. I don't have any bones. I need to get out there and do another run and collect some bones. However, I've run into a bit of a problem. You see, my units, now that they're level 2... won't gain any experience from a level 1 dungeon, so I might actually be more encouraged to go to a level 2 dungeon. But if I want bones, I might want to go to a level 1 dungeon and just kind of clear it out and get some extra stuff. But I do kind of want to target, because I did get some sword bones. I could make a sword guy, and I think I've got a fair bit of poleaxe armor, and I've got some... You know what? I could come back to the knave. Now, here's the thing. I started on the knave, so I already know I've got bones and stuff for knave units, like the swords, the poleaxes. If I go to a new location now, I'll get different sets of bones, you know? But I'll fight different enemies. I could come here to the Inquisition and fight a scout. And maybe get some more scout bones. That might be kind of what I want to do. Or at the very least, I'll get scout skulls to permanently increase him. I'm doing that. I'm taking some scout stuff. I'm going to take 2 of the gems. I'm going to pop a super on the first scout that I find, because we know there's at least 1, and he's going to give me the most experience. If you carry a Guardian Stone when teleporting back, you will lose fewer items. I'm not going to take that with me just yet. because I'm confident. He said that I won't have to run away from this fight. He says this. You watch him lose. Do I start with my scout? Good. We're going to start with the scout out because I think he has the best chance of killing the opponent, depending on what it is. Ah, here we go. Some coffins. There's at least 3 different things I found so far that you can use pickaxes on. This is one of them. We brought a pickaxe, smash them open, get the loot that's inside. We have some meat, some eyeballs for scouting areas, and some permanent progression resources, the blood. Fantastic. Skip-de-doo along. It's not the enemy scout. It is instead a hammer-wielding paladin dude. And here's me all embarrassed that I got rid of the hammer effect on that item just a second ago. I've got a... He just broke my bones. I'm at level 2 bone. Hammers are really good at doing that. He's got some really slow staggered moves. I gotta acknowledge his moves and what he's doing. And get ready to parry them more appropriately. And actually stagger him. He's got such a slow time being staggered. There we go, damage. Perfect parry that, good. Didn't parry that. I'm at 4 level of bone break already. He's wrecking my face, dude. He's hurting me bad. This knight is not messing around. Parry that. And there's the kill. Ooh, I'm worried. I took a lot more damage on the first dude right there. I've only got 2 guys to go between. But we do need to upgrade his abilities. So, wow, look at the damage difference in this. Quick start, middle, multiple hit, 7-7 versus quick start, short distance. Doesn't matter. The damage is more than tripled, which makes it more usable for breaking through his guard. My opponent didn't lose much balance in that fight because he was heavier and I wasn't doing beefy enough hits. I'm just gonna... might be time to put in my poleaxe guy. He can afford to die and not lose XP. Nun? This is a bad matchup for this guy. Nuns are very fast. Very fast, like scary fast. She kicks, she swings that sword, and I'm trying to use slow swinging moves. Now granted, I will do a lot of stun decay damage to her on her balance meter when I do land hits because she's fragile. But this is the classic between the fast fighter and the slow bruiser. Now, my poleaxe guy has a very interesting skill that doesn't require... Ow. Wait. It doesn't require... I'm going to try and space her. Doesn't require gems to be used like my other guy does. No. I'm trying to not get stunned here. Oh, it's gonna happen. Parry that. That parry... Oh, no. Stun me. Stun me. No. Alright, use it. And it's gonna bring down my balance meter gauge that's been built up a little bit. Oh. They hit so hard. They hit so hard, dude. Nah, he died. He didn't get to kill anyone. He just died. We need to fight speed with speed. Die, lady. My poor poleaxe guy. He was too slow. It was too slow. It was a bad matchup for him. Very slow. That's a multi-hitting move, so it's not too bad. But I would rather... This is a full 2-star move. I'd rather this. We get some nun stuff. And I have to worry about going in here with very weak little scout over here. Who's also at 4 bone weakness. But that's okay. I believe that the scout is going to bully the shit out of this knight. With his massive combo built up to 19 right now. Flawless execution. He's dead. Let's go. Oh, what's that? The 3rd fight? Which means the only one left is the enemy scout. The enemy scout. Now, whenever the game tries to upgrade your special attack that requires gems, it's always the same thing. These guys always have the same attack. It just gets stronger. So this is the same move, but does more damage. I don't think the cost ever increases. It's just more or less the same thing. We have a 44% life scout with 4 damage on his bones already. Trying to go in here and fight another enemy scout. Oh, I got 2 keys back. I spent 1 key and I got 2 keys back, plus 1 key. Lovely. Oh, look, I'll use that plus 1 key to open this. Oh, look, 4 goddamn keys. Jesus, okay, plus 3 keys. If I make it out of here alive, I'll have a lot of keys. Oh, look, another chest. I'll use my key. Ooh, when controlling assassin and elite assassins, when the opponent performs a perfect parry, the increase of your imbalance value is less. Cool. An extra pickaxe, some juice, some stuff, dude, just stuff. We have to not lose. We have to not lose this fight. It is imperative I don't lose this fight. This guy's also going to be fast. We know he's going to be fast. He's one of me. Relentless. Oh! Relentless. That was my special move at the end there. We flipped back, we slashed the hell out of him, and we're going to boost it again. I believed. We get 2 bones for this guy, but I've run out of room. Here's the problem. We're out of room. We're out of room, we're out of room, we're out of room. I'm not going to make a new nuns. I'm actually going to get rid of that 1 nun bone. It's not much in the way of bones anyway. I don't need eyeballs necessarily, so I'm going to get rid of those and take the blood instead. We've got 5 bones for a big, heavy, mace-wielding paladin dude from this run alone, so we can already make a new body just from this one instance. We leave. We're back at the ossuary. It's going to say 14 days left. We've taken decay damage. We've taken +8 extra decay because he broke in the fight. So my little poleaxe guy is a little bit worse for wear than my assassin is. My poleaxe guy also got no experience. There is a slight multiplier of half experience for the fact that he would have killed anyone, but he didn't kill anyone, so we got nothing. Our scout did all the hard lifting for us there. Which actually tells me that I need my poleaxe guy to win more fights so that he can change his abilities more. Sometimes it's a good idea to go back into a weaker dungeon to do that. Now, skulls rather. We're going to dump a skull in here, dump a skull in here. Oh, I can actually upgrade the depth of these guys to depth level 3, which means the next big mace-wielding poleaxe guy I make will be even stronger. Now, we have 5 bones. I've got 4 for scouts. If I go find another scout, I can make an extra one. It'd be pretty nice. We're going to make a big mace-wielding dude so we can actually get a team of 3 again. So I'm going to make a skeleton using 5 bones. Bam! New skeleton made. If you are running out of dust, you can use the bones of these guys. For example, I am not making a prisoner. I don't like them. You just tab onto this, hit right trigger or left trigger, and you can alternate between do you want to grind the bones into dust or do you want to use bones to make a skeleton. I'm going to grind it into dust because I don't want to use prisoners. They're not fun. Alright? I don't like them. There's prisoner boys out there going, but they are. No, I don't like them. I'm going to make this new body. We have our skeleton right here. If I tab over with square, I can take a look at what he gets. He gets a damage increase by 10%. If he's got a heart, I've got a heart. If we put some crystals in him, the speed and distance of his attacks are increased. Give him another heart. The flesh damage and balance damage of critical hits dealt by him are increased by 20%. I'm going to make a Giga Paladin right now. This man's going to be built. So I'm going to give him heart. And by having that heart, because 2 of his power-ups required hearts, you only need 1. 1 heart right there. 2 different things ticked off. You can see it. Ticks on the green. Excellent. I'm going to put some crystals in, get him that polished souls effect. Let's build this body. 10 meat. Bam. Big paladin. Big paladin. Big man. And I kind of want to go back and do a level 1 dungeon just to get this guy a little bit of experience and maybe get my knight for the poleaxe side of things a little bit of an ability boost. But what I may have to do, I don't have any extra bodies. I'm going to maybe showcase a couple of different things here. So 1, I'm going to drop 1 meat on each body to give them a small bit of pep. And this guy has received 4 in-bone injury. I said we were going to fix this. So if I spend 6 dust, he is now repairing his injury, but it takes a day for this to be fixed. And you can see his skull, his cross is redded out. Did I get anything gear-wise? I did get a necklace, didn't I? I'm not using assassins or elite assassins, so I'm going to re-roll the effect on this and see if I get a better one. When the combo has exceeded 7, the opponent has performed a perfect parry. The increase of my balance is not as much. So 45% reduction if my opponent perfect parries me, but my combo meter is high. It doesn't hurt my balance nearly as much. That is a fantastic effect. I'm going to stick that probably on my scout because I want my scout to be busted. We're going to build a busted scout just based on what's happening so far. So I've got blood. Put my blood in. What was I building it towards? More equipment. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I start with an extra piece of common gear. Very nice. I might even go again and get a 3rd piece. Actually, what I need to do is get an extra soul crystal at the start. So if I do have a corpse that needs 5, as was the case this time around, I can do something about that. Maybe some more keys and pickaxes, although 2 and 4 at the start's pretty good. I'm not really running low on keys and pickaxes too often. I might start investing in more gear, to be honest. More options, the better. And now, while my scout is resting, I don't want to go and do a fight without my scout. I want my scout to be there to support in case things go bad. I don't have an extra body to take with me. If I had an extra skeleton, I would take it. But I don't have enough bones to make any backups to take while the big guys sleep. So instead, we're going to read for a day. This effectively just skips a day, so you don't have to go out and do a dungeon run. It does, of course, skip a day, so our timer is ticking. But it's more important to do this. Now, as compensation, whenever you rest, you get a perk, a buff, something for the new day. So there's a chance that no items will be lost when force opening a chest. So I don't need to bring keys as much. I might be able to open a chest and get full value without worrying about keys. We come over here, and the injury on some of these dudes has actually recovered a little bit. Now, the bone injury is fully recovered, but I mean the health. Because every time these corpses stay back in their coffins, they'll recover 15% of their missing life again. Very good. Put the juice on them, so they're going to have some decay resistance. My poleaxe guy is still a bit hurt. I'm going to give him some meat. I'm going to let the scout sit there like that, and we're going to move on, right? We're going to ready up and move on. Out we go. Now, I said I was going to go back to level 1. That's a superior sword knight. Pretty damn tough. There's that scout again, but that's level 3 dungeon. That's scary, dude. That's a scary place to be. I might take us back to the level 1 area so that my hammer guy can get some power and my poleaxe guy can maybe get a better move. So I'm not going to take any soul crystals. I'm not going to worry about using supers. I'll take 1 each of a pickaxe and a key. And we're going to head in here. And hopefully my big mace guy is going to be good. I'm doing something risky. I'm going in blind. I have no idea what my knight's abilities are. I actually didn't take a look whatsoever. By the way, this is where I can run away and I'll lose some of my stuff, but I don't want to do that. In my little menu. Chest, straight away. Cool. Oh, lots of preservative juice. We love that. We love to see that. That's 3 that we've already spent. We've just made up for, plus an extra 1. Very nice. Hello, superior sword knight that I didn't want to see. He's gonna kick my ass. Oh my god, my guy is chonking his meter. He's very slow, though. Oh! Oh, fast swings. Fast swings are hard to counter for this guy. He's slow, he's chonky. But he is beefing it. Oh! I parried that so poorly. He's got fast moves and slow moves. Chonk him. Get him. Oh! Be decimated. Fantastic. He's got very slow moves, though. Medium and long distance. That's not as bad. Slow, short distance. Ooh, it's slow, but that's a lot of damage for a short distance move. I like it. Gimme, 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 gimme. Bones, juice, all the good stuff. What's he at life-wise? 65%? I can rotate to the pole. I'm going to let him stay in, actually. I'm going to let him stay in. I think he can fight. The next enemies aren't as tough as that guy. That guy was especially tough. He was like the big boss of the area. Force this open. Give me some pickaxes. Give me some more juice. Thank you for the juice. We love to see the juice. My cat is running across my desk. Please don't, kitten. She's gonna claw me. I can feel it. This is the Locker of Mystery. Any item that we stick in will be saved and converted to another item of the same value. I'm not too worried about that. I'm pretty happy with what I've got in my bags right now. Oh, not these guys. These guys just swing. So these dudes don't stagger. They instead just swing for the hills, right? Thankfully, they're not very tough. They don't have much defense on them. But they'll just keep swinging. You need to parry those guys, otherwise they will just beef you. Slow start, long distance rotation, though. Damage is just as good. Has better range. Long distance. This still looks relatively fast compared to this. But the big spinny is kind of dramatic and flary looking. I like it. It's got pizzazz, you know? It's got pizzazz. We didn't take any damage there, did we? No. Let him cook. Let the man cook. Once again, they don't stagger very easily. We have to just smash him and parry him. Us. Parry him, and then smash him. Some of their swings, it's like a Dark Souls enemy. They'll start the swing. It's taking forever. He's thinking about, bam, he hits you. You've got to really get used to the timing on this. That's a terrible move. Are you trying to downgrade me? No, ew. I'm keeping this. All right. Our big knight has fought a bunch. He's going to get lots of XP. I need to get my poleaxe knight guy some better skills. So we're going to take him in to fight, I think, the last guy. Oh, this. The meditation ball is actually really good. This just lets me replace an action. So we're going to give it to my poleaxe guy, and hopefully he gets... he's getting an increase. So he's actually going to go from the basic super all the way up to like 2 ranks up. This is normally like... This is a jump. We're actually skipping a tier. What his skill is, it doesn't consume crystals. It takes a second to do. Normally you want to do it when the opponent is stunned, but he can actually reduce his balance damage by 20%. So his meter will squish down. He can actually fix his damage a little bit on his balance meter. 60% from 20? That's a noticeable jump. That's very nice. It makes the poleaxe guy very good at long, drawn-out fights. If you're good at parrying, poleaxe guy and sword is the same. Oh, it's prisoner. Prisoners have magic attacks, and they suck. And they've got really weird, slow attacks that are like, whack. We hate it. Oh! And there's the magic attack. So he's inflicted my guy with crazy. Crazy is literally saying it on the screen. I can't control my dude. My dude is going off on his own. He's confused. He's just swinging. Unfortunately, he's not parrying. Wait. Fix my meter. Swing. Die. I had to show it really quickly that he can take a deep breath and fix that balance. Unfortunately, he doesn't parry as well when he's crazy, but, you know, as soon as I get control of him, it's fine. Significantly worse move. It's to do with where I am. I understand. I'm just hoping I can get a better move for him, but doesn't look like I'm going to. But we are done here. We can leave. The important part is my Hammer Knight should be level 2 now, which puts everyone on a relatively even playing field. Yes, good. Okay, great. Now, like I said, Poleaxe guy didn't get any experience because he's level 2 and he's fighting level 1 enemies. You need to fight enemies of equal strength or higher so that you'll actually gain benefits. But I still had to give my scout some preservative, otherwise he would have rotted a little bit in there. He's in there as insurance just in case everything went south. We brought back some stuff. 12 days left. Now we burn our skulls that we have for permanent progression. Sword guy, superior sword guy now has a 2 depth. That's very good. Superior swords are very strong. Any of the superior guys from, say, here onwards, like sword, axe, the bandit leader, the plague doctor, and the scout, all these guys are really strong. I can't even make these guys yet. I haven't even made these later ones. I've had a Templar Knight given to me at the start, though. These guys are insanely powerful. Same with Gravekeepers, actually. They're very strong. Very, very strong units. Now, I still don't have enough to make a new body. That's okay, because we can just fix these ones up. We're going to give them some preservative juice. And top them up a little bitty bit. I don't need to get them... screw it. I'm going to make sure that one's topped up. And my scout. 90% is fine. I've got a lot of meat. I'm going to spend the meat. I think I have enough to increase the level of this necklace, which I really want to be stronger. Or maybe I increase the power of my hood, or even the chest piece. The chest piece isn't even that bad. But the effect isn't ideal. I'll increase the power of this necklace, so I should be able to use 2 gold bars and make it an orange rare quality item. So now, if the combo meter is above 7, it's 52% reduced to my imbalance. I'm just going to start spamming on my scout, dude. I'm going to be doing some amazing damage with this thing. And what was I upgrading again? Another piece of gear, I think? We have enough. We have enough blood. So now at the start of my future runs, I'll have 3 pieces of gear instead of just 2. The permanent progression is fantastic. I kind of want to start with more ingots now, especially gold. If I can take a starting piece of gear and boost its level, I don't need to worry as much about actually having green quality gear if I can just boost my ingot count and force it to be a better piece of gear at the start. Yeah, I'll do that. Meanwhile, I think we're all set, right? I put the preservative on. They've all got their equipment set, and by that I mean my one good character has his best equipment set because he's going to be doing a lot of carrying. And we're going to go... I should rotate that gear around and put some of it on the other guys, but I think a lot of it's set for light armored dudes. So we want to go to a level 2 location. The library's being hidden from us. I could go to the graveyard, which is also being hidden from us. This is nonsense. They're hiding a lot from me. Alright, so we're gonna reveal this library. Bam. Wow, that's a lot of guys. There's a scout here, though. If I kill that scout and get a bone, I can make a new scout. I'd like to do that. However, there's a lightning knight, a freeze knight, and a little assassin at the back. The assassin's not worth as much XP. We're gonna go do this. We're gonna go do this fight. And what I might do is let my poleaxe knight kind of just pop off at the start, since he can do whatever he wants and, you know, he has less to worry about if he dies. I mean, yeah, it sucks. He'll lose more decay that way, but it gives him the best chance to just kind of fight crazy. Now, I apologize again. If there's anything that you don't understand, that's perfectly understandable because there's a lot going on in the game. There's a lot of mechanics. There's a lot of things to think about. Once you've kind of got the hang of it, though, it took me hours to get the hang of this. But once I kind of got it, you know, in my head... By the way, magic knights, they literally cast magic, and it sucks. I don't quite understand the best way... Spot dodge. The best way to deal with it. Besides, bully them. No. Ah, he did it. He tried to do it again. You see that? He full-on sub-zeroed me. Now, I think the best way to handle that is to backdash away. Because rolling, it's an AoE. If you roll, you're still going to get hit. There's no real iframes. The roll is built to get you from one side of the screen to the other. You can avoid attacks. Your physical body is your hitbox. So if you're rolling on the ground and your opponent's not doing a low-hitting move, or something similar to like an AoE frost explosion, you won't get hit except if they do stuff like that. However, it is a medium move, short range, but I'm sick of the slow. I'm going to take a hit to my damage and get some extra speed so he's not so caught. However, backdashing on some characters, they're a lot slower than others. You can't spot dodge some of them from what I've seen. I don't know. If you know how to handle magic attacks better, let me know. Because I'm still trying to figure that out. When bone stress exceeds 60, starting attack speed is plus 20%. Not bad. If there's only one corpse participating in a run, the opponent's chance to parry or dodge, that's a rough effect. I don't really take solos in my dungeons, but any gear is good gear because we can use iron ingots and we can re-roll the effects. We can melt them down for extra iron if we just really don't want it, and we can upgrade the rarity of them. So gear is gear. The effects on them, we can change that whenever we want. We got our key back. We're just getting stuff here. We're gaining. Another magical knight. You love to see it. Ow. Stop that. Parry that. Nope. Nope. Fix my balance. Dash in. Hit him. Inspiration strike. I'm gonna bully you. No. 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 He's stuck in the corner. He's stuck. Parry that. Fix my balance. Us. 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 Try me. Ayah! Down he goes. We're doing pretty good out here. That's a lot of extra fighting power right there. Slow start mid. Oh, here we go. Medium start short. It's okay that it's a less distance. It starts faster, and more importantly, it's doing about the same damage. Faster attack, relatively same damage. I'll take it. I don't care. I'll take it. Now, that's 2 wins for the big poleaxe boy. I'm going to switch over to the paladin guy and let him get some XP in here. Let him get some new moves. Let him pop off a little bit. We saw him kind of chunk some dudes before. I think he's got the scout to fight, though. Ooh. And me with my pickaxe. Bet you didn't think I'd be picking old dead dudes in chairs. Lot of gemmies. We like to see gemmies. We need these crystals. Magic Knight. Oh! Get interrupted, lightning dude. Ow. Parry that. Parrying gives you advantage. So parrying is really... Wow. Damn. Ow. I dodged too early. Important. He doesn't care. Ow. He has a magic attack of his own. That's my special that uses my gems. I got some extra gems from that dude, so I figured I should use some. This is a hard fight for me, dude. I don't really understand Oh. He just did it twice. Oh. Lucky. We woke up right there. That was special. I don't know how to fight lightning dudes yet. I've got very limited experience on lightning guys. They're tough. Sometimes when you get stunned, you have a very small chance to wake up immediately. This is just kind of like your second wind. So I got stunned, but I broke out and did a little bit of AoE damage when I did that. Literally saved my life. I was about to just die and not get any XP in this run for my paladin guy whatsoever. He's very beefy, but he is incredibly slow. And unfortunately, I think... Yeah, well, it's a little bit faster, I think. I might just go with this upgraded move real quick. I think just upgrading your moves is more important too, because it's better. Go back to my poleaxe guy real quick. My poor scout sitting here like, let me at him, let me at him, let me at him, let me at him. Bruh, he's so fast. Parry. Oh, he's so nimble. But he will fold like paper if he gets hit. Oh! I'm swinging at you. He did a special move. Bruh, the spam is real. I'm the one who spams. Notice he's not doing much balance damage to me, though. Parry. Swing. Oh, he's so fast, dude. It's really hard. And... okay. So my paladin guy does get the second kill. My poleaxe guy went down in flames. Holy attack gets increased. Yay. He goes down in flames, but it's worthwhile. Some extra blood. I'll take skulls instead of... let's see. I've got freeze knight... I've got lightning knight bones over here. I don't really need... I've got a lot of freeze knight bones. I don't need all those. I'll take skulls. Skulls are for permanent upgrades. We want these. I think that's the last guy to fight, right? I'm going to equip my scout just in case. But oh, it's not. Scout fight. Did you miss? I forgot there's 5 guys in this one. The flip kick trade. He has a stab move. I didn't see that stab before. I have to be ready to perfect dodge it. Big move. Oh. Spot dodge. Inspiration strike. Flippy kicky. Parry. Kick. Stab. My scout is on fire. And an upgrade to his special move. Excellent. Just keep making that stronger. Go for it. I don't care. Bones. Lots of bones for a new scout. We love to see it. And skulls. I need to be a little bit picky here, actually. I need to decide. We're going to ditch the lightning boy bones to take the scout bones to make a new scout. We are also going to maybe ditch the eyeballs to take the lightning boy skull for permanent progression upgrades. And I do want that blood. The blood is very nice. I did say any gear is gear, and really that is true. I should have this on just for armor, so I don't want to lose it. Instead, I'm going to ditch my key. I've got keys. I've got keys. We can afford to lose a key. I'm glad I didn't lose my pickaxe, though. I lost my pickaxe. That's gold bars right there. Damn it. I had a chance to get gold bars that I would use to upgrade my gear. Damn. You get like 5, too. Alright, there we go. So, poleaxe guy lost some XP, but that's fine. The point is they both got some XP out of that, and they're both progressing closer and closer to upgrading. My scout is so far ahead in experience, dude. He really got a good head start. 11 days left. That's fine. Now, I can come in here and drop my skulls in. Bam. Closer to upgrading that. Ah. Magical Knight Lightning get an upgrade. Magical Knight Freeze gets an upgrade. Scout gets some skull put in. And I can make a new scout skeleton if I want, which I'm going to do. Just in case. So I can make a new dude if I want. I can also make a Freeze Knight if I want. There we go. We have some new bodies that we could make. I could make any of these 2 dudes. I'm not going to worry about it just yet because they're not too injured on bones. This guy's getting close to level 4. But what I'm going to do is quickly top them all up and get them straight back out there. Put some juice on them. Now, wait, actually, we got some gear. We did get some gear. Let's take a look at the gear that these guys might be able to wear. Bone stress exceeds 60. His starting attack speed increases, not bad, plus defense. It's mostly about the defense. If there's only one corpse, I need to reroll the effect on this helmet. That helmet is not going to help me at all with its effect. And thankfully, I've got some iron. When using a shield to parry, the opponent's chance to parry or dodge is minus 4%. I mean, I would need to take that off because my shielded guy is actually my knight. So you can take that instead. And we'll just kind of split the gear between these two. That's fine. They need one piece each. Any defense is good defense. And I think that's it. We're kind of good. I need to go and put my blood in, and we can head straight back out. What was I putting it into? Gold. There we go. I'll put some more into iron. And that's it. We're ready to head back out. Once you get fast at doing this and you know what you have to do in between runs, you can get very quick at going in and out and getting what you need done. I could fight another scout here. I'm still trying to get my guys to level 3, if I can. Once they're all about level 3, I can come in and fight the hero over here and have a much better time with trying to get rid of the main boss guy. Because I don't want to be... You can spend time. We've got days to spend, right? We've got some time that we can spend on trying to power up our guys. You've got 15 days. This is on base difficulty. We have to fight the hero once and then the final boss. The hero is actually the hardest fight. The final boss is not that tough. I'll start with... Poleaxe Knight. Poleaxe Knight's got this. After the hourglass is activated, if the rest of combat can be finished within 60 seconds, XP gained is increased by 50%, which is very nice. Otherwise, it's halved. I'm not confident I can kill these guys in a minute. Some of these, I mean, yeah, sometimes I can. Not always. I'd rather just get guaranteed decent XP than potentially none. Now, if Poleaxe guy has to fight the scout, that's going to be a lot of XP. Nah, it's the nun. I gotta be careful. Nuns are fast. And they have really tricky flippy moves and kicks. But they're fragile. Balance, smash. They're like scouts, they're like assassins. And they have a lot of multi-hitting attacks. Bully her. The answer? Bully her. Even if they parry, if they don't perfect parry, they take a lot of balance damage. The beefier, the better they can defend. But the slower they are. The faster, the more fragile. I really don't want another slow move, even if it is a higher tier weapon. It looks cool, though. That's a nice flare. I'd rather a medium start move. We'll keep that. Take. I don't think I'm making nuns anytime soon, but I'll take them for now, just because I can make them into dust. I can grind her bones. Keep going with Poleaxe guy. Chest, we can force it open. We get a key, and we get some boots. When controlling a magical knight of any of the elements, abnormal status is reduced. We actually did make a magical knight. We could maybe put that on him if we decide to use him. A scout fight. Scary fight. The hard fight. Wow, he's got a double spinny flippy. We're doing pretty good. Oh, he just did it. Fix the balance. Get in there, hit him. Yep. He doesn't stay stunned forever, by the way. If you sit there for too long, they will just recover. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's it. He was staggered. He was like, his head was low, so I couldn't poke him in the face. Am I hearing the Star Wars theme? I'm hearing dun 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 dun. And he's dead. Look at that. We did it. Poleaxe dude is busting things up. That's got to be a level up for him. Medium, slow, short range. Those are the two. Those are the worst things. Big damage, but slow and short. Nah, keep the medium. Bones. No skulls. I want the skulls for the permanent upgrades. All right, time for Hammer Dude to get his chance. That's what, 2 big fights done? I might let the last 3 be Hammer Dude, if he can sustain it. Use my keys. We can fly through here now, dude. Now that I've done explaining... Nah, this is a mystery locker, I don't care. Now that I've explained a few things, I can kind of cruise through and see and show you how the pace goes. If you're... Oh, this is a bad fight for him. Oh, that was so slow. Take that. I need you slamming, my guy. Parry the kick. He needs to parry. It is imperative that he parries so he gets advantage. See the pressure? As soon as he parries with that shield, bong, she bounces back. She's like, who would have thought slamming my tiny sword into that giant shield would have such repercussions? Finally, his basic weak little attack, his slow attack, can be replaced with a medium multi-hitting. Oh, that looks cool. Get savage. Get savage with him. Oh, yeah, give me all of that. Give me all of that. I don't want him to die. I want him to survive, but I run the risk of him dying if he keeps fighting like this. But I believe we need him to fight so that he upgrades his abilities. Give me all the stuff. I could save my pickaxes in case I find a mining dude, but... There's that double. The new double. The new hotness. Oh, we just parried the inspiration. Smashing him, dude. Oh, we cancelled that. You see that? He was about to do a big jumping attack. He stopped. Nah, not letting you. Look at his balance. We've stunned him twice compared to my one. Not even one yet. Oh! Amazing. Amazing. Get destroyed, dude. When it clicks good. Let's see. Slow, short. This big overhead smash. I mean, if it's gonna be slow already, we may as well just make it beefier. And have it, you know, smash some guy's defense. We are now full on inventory. If we find more stuff, I'm going to have to start being selective and start destroying things. We're getting a lot of blood. I like it. And a lot of preservative juice. Oh, no, we're out. Good. The juice is good because it makes up for what we're spending. We're not going to run out too quickly that way. They are in the 50, 60, and 30%. Our Poleaxe guy is running away a bit. He's died a few times. He's kind of wearing thin. 10 days left. But I think they're all level 3 now, are they? I think. Put some skulls in here for that, some skulls in here for that. You can see the gameplay loop now. The gameplay loop is showing itself. I could have a team of 3 scouts. Bit degenerate. Don't need to do that. I need to level them anyway. Yeah, they're all 3. Look at this. The boys. I'm just going to spend the meats. They're not having their bones be broken too much. He's at 3, which is a risk, but otherwise they're all looking pretty sexy over here. They're all doing pretty good. We did get a pair of booties that are designed for magical knights. I might re-roll that so I can put those on someone else. When the current level of the attack action is lower than or equal to 1 star, the starting attack speed. Ooh, not good for us. That's designed for attacks that are weaker before they become stronger. I think the Court Knight might have a few of those left. Yeah, some of his stuff is. Oh, my Poleaxe Knight. Look at that 1. It's still a 1-star move. Yeah, you get the item. You can take the boots. It'll make your your starting poke a bit stronger. Iron. Excellent. And I might push for even more preserving juice. Gold. I see the gold. I want the gold. Okay, we've got 2 blood left over. Bones, dust, eyeball. I don't really care about eyeballs. Scouting is nice, but I'll even just go into a place blind if I have to. And I'll just assume that there's an elite dude and a couple of little guys. I'll just assume. Preservative juice so I can keep my guys in the fights for longer. Now, I might do 1 or 2 more areas and then we go fight the big boss. But I want to do 1 more area. Level 3 area might be a bit much, actually. I might need to use more juice. We've got the juice to spend. We've got 12, actually, so I'm going to make sure they can sustain more of a beating with the decay. That's 24% protection. If these guys go into a level 1 dungeon, which only normally does 20, they just won't lose anything, right? They won't lose anything. Level 2 area, that normally does, what is it, 30%? No, 25%. They'll basically not be decay-ridden at all. But a level 3 area, problematic. But we've been in here before. We can fight another scout. Whatever. We'll fight that scout. We'll fight those prisoners. We'll fight those jailers, sorry. This is the jailer. These are the prisoners. Prisoners aren't... You can't make a prisoner as far as I know. Jailers are the guys I was saying I don't want to play as. These suck. I hate them. I hate them so much. Alright. one level 3 dungeon run, and then after this, we'll go and fight the mini-boss, and then hopefully kill him, take his heart, and we can go fight the main boss. I have no idea how long this video is already. I'm sorry it was so long with the explanation. If you run into a run and you know what you're doing and you're flicking through, doing stuff quickly and looting and... Oh. Over 80% decay. That's not bad. That's good for when the guy's, you know, going to fight the final boss when he's about to die. I like to wait until my guy's decay builds up a bit and then go and take them in for a big fight. That's the hourglass for a fast fight. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. We're going to take the scout, and we're going to try and obliterate a dude in under a minute. Gemmies. I kind of should save for a gold one in case a gold dude shows up, but I like crystals. It means I can spam my big ultimate move more in this dungeon. Force it open. Ooh. Briefly, after performing a perfect parry, balance damage goes up. So after you perfect parry a dude, we inflict more balance damage. That's an insanely good item. For light armor as well, that's for our scout. That's for our scout. Because our scout is a light armor guy. He's not a big heavy bruiser. Can I get a dude, please? Alright, we have a minute. We have a minute to bully this guy. Ten seconds down. If I can... He's dead. Oh my god, that second swing ate him alive. Oh, that's it. He dies, and I think that's it. Our current long-distance quick stab that does good damage. Medium start, mid-distance spin. Oh, it does like a full 10 more damage. The quick start stab is good, but this spin, though, that's gonna hurt so much more. Take these. Don't need the eyes. Don't care about the bones. I'm gonna keep using my scout for a little bit. I want my scout to level up. Bully. 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 Extra experience for my scout. That hourglass effect stays, by the way. I didn't realize it was staying for after one dude. That's a cool look. Dude, that big overhead swing with the dagger. So it's a quick distance, a quick start, long distance jump. And still does a bit more damage. Quick start, no less. Take it, take it, take it. Looks sick, take it. I am being greedy. I'm basically just gonna power level my scout and just let him fight everything that I can. Very bad parry. Very bad parry. Good parry. I'm trying to... Oh, there it is. I was trying to... You can cancel the animation of your attacks. You can frame cancel into parry if you need to. And I was doing a little bit of that, but he was getting staggered from some of these hits. It's like, you think you need to parry, but he gets staggered. So it's like, oh, you stop, and you guess, and you guess wrong. It feels silly, but, you know, it's pretty good. Scout fight. Oh, he's got stabs. Oh, he's got my stab. My old stab. Oh, chase him down with it. That missed? Damn it. I gotta be more cautious with that. I gotta back up a little bit. Take that. I gotta back up and let my thing run down a little bit. I'm gonna space him a little bit. I've got 28 seconds. Go. I can't believe that misses. I just wasted my chance. No. He missed. Okay, the hitbox on that's a bit susceptible to missing, it seems. It looks goofy, dude! I don't believe it. Oh, we're gonna lose my chance to get XP. I'm gonna get half XP from this guy. He's got my stab. Damn it. I did like 2 of my ultimate swings and they both missed. I need to be way closer. The actual visual of that isn't as... There's my stab again. Same damage. It's just... It's got a better range though. Yeah, give me my stab. We're gonna stab dudes. Don't need the bones. I've got plenty of bones. Leave. How hurt are you? You're pretty hurt. Let's put in the Poleaxe Knight. I forgot that was it. He really did just fight the entire dungeon. That last fight was scuffed as. Right, so our Poleaxe Knight is at 72%. He is going up faster in decay because he's died a few times, right? Dying, it kind of sucks. But our Scout got 330 XP. Would have been a little bit more if we didn't mess up the Scout fight there. He's not quite level 4, but he's getting there. I could wait to get to level 4. I think I should just go fight the boss now. I have no guarantees that I'll do well in the boss fight either. I might die and have to start fresh with another dude, assuming that my... If this guy breaks, if my Poleaxe guy breaks, I'm in trouble because I don't have another guy that's strong enough to come in and swing with the best of them, you know? I do want to fix their bones real quick, so I'm gonna... Because the guy that we're about to fight, he's gonna break bones, dude. He's built to break bones. So I'm gonna put all these in. I didn't really need to give them that much meat because they're gonna recover a little bit over time. We're gonna put the blood in to... What was I doing? Preservative, right. And then we come and we rest a day. For the love of God, please give me a decent effect on this new day. And the gear. We got to put new gear on. The amount of iron consumed when recasting is halved. Okay, not too bad. Alright. You, and you. My brother in Christ. You can take that armor piece off if you'd like. And put on these delicious legs that are absolutely built for you. You, my friend, can put on this armor. No. It's for light only. I've made a goof. Damn, my Scout can't wear anymore, though. This is... Wait, 80% or more. Your decay is only at 72. Damn. Well, we need them to be wearing some gear, at least. Every piece of gear is being worn except for the chest piece here, which is fine. That's fine. I don't have any gold, though, right? I just didn't get very lucky finding gold, which you won't get that much of in the lower, more easy, quote, easy difficulties. See if there's anything I need to re-roll before I leave. No. That's not too bad. That's not okay. That's not too bad. It's not the best, but that could be better. This needs to be re-rolled, though. That's not a great effect. When using the attack action of middle distance, critical hit chance goes up. So who's got the boots? And do you have a lot of middle distance attacks? You. What are your attacks? Mid distance, mid distance, mid distance. Okay. No, short distance. Short. They're all short distance. Damn it. Reroll the boots, damn it. Reroll the boots. They're all medium start, short distance. Reroll the boots. When failed to perform perfect parry, or when the opponent parries your attack perfectly, 25% chance of not getting interrupted. Lovely effect. Okay, fantastic. Let's go then. Wait. How much juice? I didn't put the juice on him, did I? We need to give him the juice. I'm going to give him an extra dose and give one to these two because man's here is suffering. He'll survive one more encounter with the mini-boss, and then if he's lucky, this is going to be 30 decay. He'll survive, and then hopefully we'll get to go and fight the main boss. So I'm going to take like 8 gems, all the pickaxes, all the keys. I'll take a Guardian Stone. Why not? I'm taking everything. This mini-boss is going down. He's going to go down. And I'm going to start with Poleaxe Knight, because I'm going to start Knight, Poleaxe Knight, Court Knight, finish with the Scout. Because if this guy dies, my Court Knight gets a damage buff thanks to his gear, because one of my guys has 0 life. Now, this fight is a nightmare, by the way. The mini-boss fights, they're the boss fights. Not even mini-bosses. These are the boss fights, dude. They're rough. They're tough. Look at this man. Soul Calibur Call, dude. You need to parry. You need to parry. You need to recognize his moves. He just broke my bones. Staggered. Couldn't backdash. I forget his backdash is very slow. Poor parry on my part. It's a slow attack. Can't do much about that. That's a magic attack. Staggered again. Magic attack. You're an asshole. Alright. Now I can get my stagger down a bit. Yep. 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 Inspiration strike. Very good. He's doing it, dude. He's coming back. He's bullying. He's bullying the boss. Yo! He's doing it! Ugh! He just soloed the boss. Holy shit! Yeah. The hero's soul has been consumed. And depending on the... Look at this difference. He still has his level 1 starter poke for 18 damage. This thing goes from 1820 to 5155. Give it to him. He needs it. He needs it. That's it. That's the only fight. He just soloed the shit out of this whole fight. He's like, I'm one day from retirement. I'm going out swinging. And now we take a look at all of this, too. This is where all the gear is. This is where higher level runs. You'd need to do these fights to get more gear. A Court Knight. I'm using a Court Knight. Flesh defense goes up. Fantastic. I'll give that to my Court Knight. If your life is lower than 30%, balance damage is plus 30%. Great, we do more. When using an axe, attacked by an axe, stuff. We're just gonna loot. It's a looting frenzy now. Ooh. Who's got moves I want to change? Maybe the Court Knight. Do you have a move that I can upgrade or change? Oh, we just boost your special move. That's fine. That's fine. Gold! Some gold! Gold! Finally some gold. Chest. Ooh, look at that ring. When using a shield to parry, starting attack speed goes up. That's amazing for our big shield boy. Look at all this gold. Look at all the stuff. Look at all the stuff. This is why the earlier you come to these places, the better it is. But you need to be prepared at least a little bit. I can give up one pickaxe. I've got 2 on me still. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. That's fine. Feels good. Is good. Looks good. Nice. And now Scout is at 70%. Our Poleaxe guy only took 2% decay. Feels good. Is good. 7 days left. We've been informed that the boss room is open. No skulls. We didn't loot any skulls or bones or anything. Instead, we're going to come in here. We're gonna heal up the fella. And I've got enough days. I might just fix his bone injury. Actually, you know what? I don't think I need to. I'm not going to waste a day doing that. You know why? Because the Scout... It's his time to shine. We've been prepping the Scout for so long now. I need to upgrade... These pants are going to become purple. Bam. Okay? These pants are now purple. What else is he wearing? This hat? This necklace? This necklace? Purple. Bam. Fantastic. I've run out of stuff to do. But, you know, he's got some... Oh, it looks nice. That helmet is a little bit stupid, but doesn't matter. What's it do? HP is high, flesh damage plus. Yeah. My shield boy over here. When using a shield. Extra effects. This is a Court Knight piece of gear. Wear that. You, my friend, can wear whatever you want. What's going to give me the highest armor out of all of these? Probably the gloves. When his decay exceeds 80%. His decay is not over 80%, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to re-roll them. If the corpse is in Wild Soul, doesn't work on Wild Soul, D, 50% chance to parry or dodge. I believe Wild Soul is when they lose control of themselves, which won't happen in this fight coming up, but doesn't really matter. So just in case things go awry, I'm going to give each of them 2 juice so that we can go forward. Now remember, this is on the base difficulty of the game. You can get higher difficulties, and you're going to have to manage your resources a lot better than me. I'm kind of just going for it. Now that mini-boss is done, I could do more runs. I could space out my time. I could level up new dudes. You could kill that hero fight. We saw that hero fight. He was available there from the beginning, basically. The sooner you kill him, the more gear you get. Then you can come out. You can keep grinding. You can get more resources. Or we can go to the central area. I don't need pickaxes. There's nothing. If you win, you win. So I may as well just take everything. I'm not gonna dance around the inevitable. We're gonna kill this thing. Because you may think it's another night fight, but it's not a night fight. My scouts ready? Alright, scouts on, and let's go. It's not a night fight. It's a demon fight. Hello, demon. Parry the demon. He's fast. I'm trying to parry him, but he's so... Whoa! He just went backwards and avoided my big hit. I want the record to show. He flew backwards and dodged my big hit. Oh, I just dodged his big hit. Hell yeah. Go Scout. Go Scout. Scout's honor. I'm gonna end this in style. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I nearly died. It's okay. The other two knights had this. They had this. That fight is significantly easier, right? You can't advance. There's no going forward. We are here for plot reasons. For the prince who has been impaled in the chest, we are going to, as the plot is going to explain, we're going to take the demon's soul that we just took and plunge it into his body for capturing, use it as a cage, etc., etc. The demon altar is an essential facility to summon the demons, so basically every time you beat the game, you get a demon shard, and as it'll say here, you add the crystals to the lesser demon altar to strengthen your connection to the demon, and the idea is you need to increase the difficulty of the game and progress. So we come over here. This is a new run. That's it. Run's over. New run. And I have a blood at the start? Why have I got a blood at the start? I've never had a blood at the start. Whack. Point is, that's it. We won. We've got 2 new dudes. I've got 2 new skeletons. Ooh, a plague doctor skeleton. Very cool. And over here at the demon soul, defeat 1 hero. No lesser demons added. So we beat the 1 hero, and then we beat the demon. If we go up a difficulty, we would need to beat 3 heroes. So that big knight guy that we fought, 3 heroes of equal damage quality to him. So he's the big knight. There's also a really big berserker guy who wields big swords. There's a jester who does magic. He's an asshole. I hate him. And then if you go up to the higher difficulty that I haven't cleared yet, 5 heroes. Most of the run becomes hero fighting and trying to not lose your bodies. You need to get real good at this game real quick. Now, the perks to this is you unlock new corpses. That is entirely why, I can guarantee you, that is entirely why I haven't seen... Whoops, I want to go to the bonfire. I haven't seen these guys over here. The elite guys. The elite of the elite. I don't get to make elite assassins and Templar knights yet, because I'm not on the 3rd wave of difficulty. I'm on the 2nd wave, so I'm getting scouts, etc. But once you beat it once, they seem to introduce them back into the game so you can go back down in difficulty, like I did, and use scouts and superior swords and superior axes and start slaying dudes left, right, and center. But that is the gist of the game. That is your average run. That is Corpse Keeper. I'm going to go back to the main menu and start wrapping things up because this video is long as hell. But it's really, 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 really niche, and it's a really cool idea for a game. In the beginning, I was not a fan. I was not a fan of the game. I thought it was a little bit too... for a start, they don't explain enough. I think that the game needs a more fleshed out tutorial. If you go into the game, there is a tips section where it explains everything, but not in a practical enough manner. It's kind of just text on the screen that says, use bone dust to fix broken bones. And you're like, where do I... what the... oh my god. And you need to, like, spend a few hours exploring the game. Once there's a better tutorial introduced or a better explanation system in the game, maybe clean the UI a little bit. The UI is a little bit... I mean, it looks dated on purpose. They're going for a very old school kind of feel, but it is a little bit difficult to navigate sometimes. I will give them that. Overall, though, I do give the game a pass. I do think the game is very fun. I think that once you start to master the combat system, you'll have favorite corpses. Like, I'm a big fan of the Scout. All the flipping and spinning and slashing. Very assassin-y, very Ezio, very cool. You've got the big, heavy bruiser sword knights with the pole axes and the swords and the shields and stuff. You've got the nimble plague doctor, which you saw a little bit of at the start of the video. There's a lot of cool different characters in here, and they all have different abilities, and you're more than likely going to have different runs where you want certain moves or you don't get certain moves. You need to think on the fly. Your team is going to be built differently. You're going to have your go-to guy like my scout and your support kind of guy like my shield dude that kind of... He popped off a little bit, but the poleaxe guy soloing the hero fight was insane. I didn't think he would do that. But those are my overall thoughts. If you understand anything in the game, like a hint or a tip or some advice that I haven't explained already, drop it in the comments down below for others to see and for me to see so I can get better at the game, because I suck. I'm on the 3rd level of difficulty, but I can't beat it right now because I suck. In any case, but with all of that said and done, I've got to get out of here. I hope you've enjoyed this first look at Corpse Keeper. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. You can find it in early access, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one.